Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with my beautiful wife Karina from Venezuela, and this is your YouTube channel for K1 visa questions, green card questions, spousal visa questions, tourist visa questions, all free. Totally free. If you want to know how to do fill out a green card paperwork, fill out a K1 visa application, just ask me. I've got 9 years of experience doing this. 9 years is a long time. I've helped lots and lots and lots of people get their green cards and get their visas. But you got to qualify for the benefit. Got to qualify for the benefit. Now, I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice. I don't work for USCIS, and I do not work for any of those companies that charge you money to fill out a green card application. I mean, it's a lot of money, guys. It's a lot of money. Use that money for your honeymoon, okay, for a vacation, for your green card application. I mean, a green card application is expensive. As of August of 2024, it's $1,440 just for the green card and for the biometrics for one person who's an adult. There's a discount for children, but it's crazy. Jan sure can on one time. Hey Diego, how's everything? We look good. Always. We're good. Today is a day in Venezuela where the people of Venezuela are in the streets, okay, wanting to be free. They want to be a free country. They don't want to be under this communist dictator Maduro. So I'm wearing my Venezuelan hat. Karina got me this from Venezuela. What do you think? Okay. So today we're going to give a shout out to all the citizens in Venezuela who want to be free, okay, who are protesting peacefully, and we support you, and we're here. We're here for you guys, okay? And to Karina's family who is in Venezuela who want to be free, one day you're going to be free, and then we can go there for vacation. But we're not going to go to Venezuela all the while that commie dictator Maduro is running the country, because he's not. He's running the country into the ground. He's destroying the country economically is what he's doing, because he lives off the power. Okay, well we don't. He's going to be out of here soon, hopefully. Frank Valdez, you guys helped me fill out my adjustment packet. Well, that's why we're here. We're here to help you fill out paperwork. If you don't know how to do something, ask me and I'll tell you how to do it. And I know the answer pretty much to 99.9% of all your questions. If I don't know the answer, I find it for you pretty quick. One time, you guys are wearing matching color clothes. Well, yeah, we do. We got our YouTube channel clothes on today, our live stream. Tammy, hello Diego, pick up the passport yesterday. Well, you know what that means, right? That's a Mountain Dew salute. I'm going to open it up. Boom! For Tammy. Picked up the passport yesterday. Congratulations. Now you looked at the K1 visa, right? There's no errors. There's no errors in the name or anything like that, right? Mountain Dew salute to Tammy. Vanessa Tape. Hi Diego, sent my I-485 and I-765 applications on the 12th of August, right? 2024. USCIS sent me text for the I-485 on the 15th, but I haven't received the time. I haven't, let me see here. I don't want to make a mistake here. I haven't received the text for the I-765. They sent you a text for the I-485, but they haven't sent you a text for the I-765. Well, do you honestly really need a work permit? Do you really need a work permit? Do you really need it? I mean, you paid for it, I'm sure. $265, I think it is, something like that. It's a lot of money. But as soon as you get you'll get the work permit. But as soon as you get it, right after that, you're going to get your green card. So, I mean, to me personally, I would just save the money and not apply for the work permit. Just apply for the green card. Because a green card means you can work in America, live in America, etc. And Tammy, look at that super sticker from Tammy. That's awesome, Tammy. I like that. So that's a really cool super sticker. Mountain Dew salute for Tammy. And congratulations on getting your K1 visa. That's good news for us. We're happy to hear that. Let me see. One time, unfortunately, I'm still waiting on the DS-50 535. 9 months, 20 days, still waiting. But they updated the case on the 8th of August. Usually they only update the inquiry through this period. Well, you did good one time that they've updated your inquiry. That means they looked at your case, they touched your case. So they didn't forget about you. Okay? You're still in process. I know it sucks. You got to wait all this freaking time, but you're still in process. Okay? They didn't abandon you. Dwayne Bickelman, how long do you have to wait for the case to move from the MVC to the embassy? It depends on what country. July 23rd at the MVC, how long does it take to go into transit? It depends on the country. Every embassy around the world has a different workload. Okay? Like the embassy in France is like 2 to 3 months. So the Philippines, I think you said the Philippines in the last live stream. You should be hearing something in about 4 to 6 weeks. Okay? 4 to 6 weeks. Let me see here. For the Manila should be getting pretty fast now. The slowest month is May usually. Tammy, no errors. You're good, Tammy. K Messenger. Hola Diego y Karina, how are you? We're good. This great Saturday. Hoy is Sábado. We have received via mail our appointment for fingerprinting. There is IAW. What is an AIW? I don't never heard of that. Do we need to complete the questions prior to the appointment? Well, if you got your biometrics letter in the mail, the biometrics letter is going to tell you where your biometrics is going to be, what day, what time, and where. And you bring the letter with you, and that's it. Karina didn't fill out anything. We just drove to New Orleans for her biometrics. We had the letter, the appointment letter. Do you record it to escribo information para biometric records? She doesn't remember filling out anything. As for Dwayne Bickelman, it should take 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks to go to transit status for the Philippines. I don't know what questions they're asking you prior to the appointment, K Messenger. That's new. Karina didn't have any questions to fill out. But if they sent you some questions, just fill it out and bring it to the appointment. K Messenger, thank you for your help as always. Okay, K Messenger, Mountain Dew salute for your positivity. Okay. Plus, you get into the biometric stage, which is good news, right? And Tammy, thank you for that super sticker. It looks like is that an apple or a plum? Manzana? Is manzana? Huh? The pera. It's a pear. Cozy Moth. Hey, Diego and Karina. My fiance visa got approved, and it went so smooth and easy. Cozy Moth. I told you it would. I appreciate you both so much for your help, for the help. We're both so happy and excited we couldn't have done it without you all. Cozy Moth, you did good. Mountain Dew salute. Mountain Dew salute. I told you if you followed my advice, right? Everything I told you to do, all the advice I gave you, you did it, right? You listened to me, and guess what? Boom, you got approved. Cozy Moth, that's great news. K Messenger, green card fingerprinting to be clear. Thanks again. Yeah, we didn't get any questions. Karina didn't get any questions. She just got a freaking letter in New Orleans. So we had to drive all the way to New Orleans for 5 minutes. You know, what's that? So that's a long drive from Florida, but okay, we made a weekend out of it. They took a picture, they took her fingerprints, and then she signed her name, so they have her name on file, her picture, and her fingerprints. Tammy, I finally figured out how to send a super chat. Okay, Tammy, I'll give you a Mountain Dew salute for figuring out how to do it. We can use that super chat because I'm down to a few Mountain Dews, okay? So I got 3 left in the fridge, I think. Frank Valdez, I sent off the I-485 on the 5th. I haven't heard anything. On the 5th of August, which immigration center did you send it to? Phoenix, Arizona, Chicago, Illinois, Louisville, Texas, or Elgin, Illinois? Which one did you send it to? Francois, good evening, Diego and Karina. Francois is on board. She's here this Saturday from upstate New York. Now, Francois' future husband, Hamid, is in the United Arab Emirates. And he's from Morocco. And on September 18th, he has this scary visa interview. Right, Francois? And he's going to breeze right through it. And then he's going to get on an airplane with you. Right? Are you going to fly there and pick him up and fly back to the USA? Dwayne, the Philippines is about 4 to 6 weeks wait time for in-transit status. One time, they've been updating it once or twice a month, like 15 to 16 times since now. As long as they are updating your case, your K1 visa is in process. It's not going to get denied, okay? They are just doing a further check. That's all. You qualify for the benefit. It just sucks you're going to wait all this time to go through this extra step. I think one more time aren't you in Pakistan? If I remember, are you in Pakistan? I'm trying to remember. Francois from men attire for the interview. I know business casual. Tie and blazer? No tie. Blazer, yes. Like wear a shirt, like a white shirt or a gray shirt with a jacket, but no tie. I mean, in the UAE, it's got to be 120 degrees in the shade, right? If Hamid's wearing a tie, okay, he's going to be sweating. And then the immigration officer is going to think he's nervous about something. He doesn't want to be sweating. You want him relaxed. Chill. So no tie, okay? The only time he's going to wear a tie is probably at your wedding, okay? I'm thinking. Maybe you got other cultural clothes for your wedding. I don't know. Dwayne Bickelman. So my guess is next week. Next week or the next 2 weeks. Within the next 2 weeks, you'll hear from him. Kayur, I have been waiting 110 days, almost 4 months for a work permit, but I haven't heard anything. Well, Kayur, I bet you're going to get your green card and your work permit at the same time. It could happen, right? Just be patient, okay? Just be patient. You can do it. Karina took 88 days to get her work permit. Was it 88 days? 8 días. 88 days. Cosimo, thank you so much. And yes, I followed every single thing. You followed every single thing I said to do, right? And now you got an approved K1 visa. So you're on a roll, Cozy Moth. You're on a roll. And if I remember rightly, you were a student at University of was it Michigan? So you're like a starving college kid, and I got you through this K1 visa process as a starving college kid, right? So that's good news. I'm happy for you. So is Karina. Francois, the waiting is almost over. Well, yeah, September 18th is his visa interview in UAE, right? In Abu Dhabi. It's almost there. You're at the end. You're at the end zone. He's done. Then you just got to get your wedding started, and then I can help you with your green card application. Okay. Ren S. Now Ren S is in Texas, right? Ren S, you're in Texas. Hey Diego, I got married in June of this year, but got a new job 2 weeks ago. So when I filled out the tax paper, I put married, and seems more money is being taken from each check compared to when I was single. Well, the IRS don't know you're married. You cannot file a tax return as married, right? You can't. When you file your taxes in 2025, you can file as married, filing jointly. But in 2024, I don't know. I don't know if you can file as married. Probably, right? I think so. I'd have to find out. I'm not a CPA, so I don't want to give any bad information. But you filled out the tax paperwork. I put married, and it seems more money is being taken from each check. Well, I don't think they're going to take more money from your check. You should be able to get a discount. Your tax return should be less if you're filing married. If you're filing married, okay, but your taxes are not filed until April of 2025. You file your taxes, the cutoff is April 15th, 2025. So if that's so, what did you fill out? You mean you filled out a W-4 form? Is that what you did? You changed your tax code with your company that you work for? Is that what you did? Francois, congratulations, Cozy Moth. Yeah, she did good. What are some of the questions they were asked of you at the K1 visa interview, if you don't mind sharing? Yeah, that's a good. Cozy Moth will probably remember. Bud Garcia, hello, Diego and Karina from Washington State. Bud Garcia is in the house. Brenda, my husband and I still haven't done his adjustment of status. Okay, well, you got, as long as you got married within 90 days, you want to get your green card application done at least. If you can get it done within 90 days, that's what I recommend. Okay, but if you can't do it within 90 days, that's okay. You're not going to get deported. You're in status as long as you got married within 90 days. Frank Valdez, your green card application went to Chicago, so it went to the Chicago office. Well, they're busy. They are maxed out, busy. Chicago and Phoenix, Arizona are really busy right now. Louisville, Texas, not so much, and Elgin, Illinois, not so much. So you just got to hang in there, okay? Be patient, Frank. You can do it. You can do it. It's in the works. You received a notification, right, from FedEx or UPS or DHL that they delivered your green card application to Chicago. You received notification, right, that they delivered it. If you did, which I'm sure you did, and if you haven't yet received notification, then it's sitting on a shelf in Chicago waiting for somebody to open the box. K Messenger, we have the appointment biometrics, but it does have application information worksheets to help clarify the question. Probably something new. Yeah, we've never seen that. It covers names, present and past, and eye and hair color, etc. Oh yeah, okay. That's just a worksheet. I remember. ¿Cuál es calor tu cabello, tu ojos? Yeah, that's just a worksheet. It's a worksheet. And that's no problem, K Messenger. It's just fill it out, bring it. That's the worksheet. Karina had to fill out the worksheet. I misunderstood what you said. Questions. I'm like, I don't remember any questions. It's a worksheet. Francois Livingston, right on, Diego. He's nervous. Well, let's do this. Okay, Francois, look. This is the pixie dust. This is Hamid's pixie dust, okay, for his K1 visa interview. We're going to shake it every single live stream. So that will calm him down, right? Renes, do I need to mention I'm married on my tax papers whenever I get a new job? Yes. Even though my husband didn't do his adjustment of status yet. Yes. You're married. You're married. Karina, when she filled out her paperwork for her job, she put down, they asked her, what is your tax status? And she said, married, filing jointly on the W-9 or W-4 form. Married, filing jointly. Okay? And then they asked her, how much money do you want us to take out of your paycheck? And she said, just the normal amount, whatever you guys take out. So, Renes, you do put you're married on your tax papers. Yes. Let's see here. Cozy Moth. Thank you, Francois. Simple questions were asked, like how we met, and if I know he was going to propose to me. That's a new one. Very good. My fiance said it was very simple and straightforward. Renes, normally I'm single and head of household. No, you are now married and filing jointly. You are not going to put down you are single head of household anymore. That's over. You are married filing jointly. Okay? Nature and culture. Hi, Diego. How are you all? We're good. How are we doing? We are good. How long does it take to approve you after RFE has been sent? Usually 6 to 8 weeks. It depends on how busy they are at the immigration. Okay, 6 to 8 weeks. One time, yes, in Pakistan. Yeah, I remember you were in Pakistan, Islamabad, beautiful Pakistan. We love our friends in Pakistan. I'm hoping to get it by the end of September or start of October. Well, let's do the pixie dust, all right, for you. Let's say for September, next month, okay? Next month, and a Mountain Dew salute. Let's top it off with a Mountain Dew salute, and that will definitely put some oomph into your K1 visa for Pakistan. Nikita Ajani, hi Diego. I got my work permit card. Way, good job, Nikita. Excellent. That's Mountain Dew salute. All right, nice. Good job, Nikita. Francois Livingston. It's so hot right now, like 104 degrees in Abu Dhabi. Well, it's 104 degrees in Abu Dhabi. You don't want Hamid wearing a freaking tie to his visa interview. Just a shirt and a jacket and pants and socks and shoes or whatever he wears. I don't know if he has a different kind of style for shoes. Francois, thank you, Cozy Moth. Happy for you both. Let the fun begin. That's right, Cozy Moth. Francois, yes, I can. Yes, I plan on flying to Abu Dhabi after his interview, then fly back to the United States together. Now, don't forget, Francois, you can go through the U.S. citizenship line with Hamid. Okay, when you get off the plane, you're going to go through immigration, through the Border Patrol. They're going to issue Hamid an I-94. It's going to be in a computer. He may not get it in his passport. Don't panic if you don't see it on paper, but it's going to be created in a computer. Okay, go through the U.S. citizenship line. Okay, with Hamid. You're going to get off the plane. I think you're going to fly into JFK in Queens, John F. Kennedy International Airport, and he's going to see a big sign that says, U.S. citizens this way, green card holders this way, right? Well, he's not a green card holder because he doesn't have the green card. So he's going to walk with you to the U.S. citizenship line. Dilko Ahmed, K1 visa, how long to wait after the interview? Well, it depends on the country. What country? Usually a week to 10 days, but some countries like Jamaica take about 2 weeks. So it depends, and in Colombia, it takes like 5 days. Depends on the country. Renes, I mean, on the paperwork, when we start a new job, do I mark single? You mark married. You're not single. When you do the paperwork for the new job, you're going to mark down there on the paperwork, you are married. Okay? No, you don't put down there you got married back in June. You do the W-4 and say you got married. And we got a super sticker or something, super K Messenger. Look at that super sticker, K Messenger. Go get some Mountain Dew on your thankful visit views here in Texas. The great state of Texas, and K Messenger, who came across from Mexico with this beautiful, fantastic, and you guys are you're in the process. You're almost there, K Messenger, and we appreciate that fantastic super sticker. No, super chat. Man, I gotta get figured out what's the difference. Okay, let's see here. I don't want to miss anybody. Ren S, you fill out the W-4 and you say you're married. Carlos, hi Diego and Karina. I created my U.S. Department of State Colombia visa appointment account, and I see the fee I need to pay, but there's no link to pay it. I also do not see any appointment in Bogota. Carlos, when you got your K1, when you got your packet 3, packet 4 email from the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia, they sent you an email with the links. They got 3 different links plus the name and address of the doctor, Dr. Dennis, right? You click on the links, U.S. travel docs, so you can pay the visa fee in Bogota. It's $265. I did it from this computer right here. Okay, back in October of last year. Got on the computer, I clicked on the link, it took me to U.S. Travel Docs, and I paid the money. I paid with my credit card. There's a link. It tells you how to do it. Carlos, I don't know what's the problem here. And if there's no appointments, it's because they're busy. July and August, there's the busiest months. Okay? So probably by next month, you should be able to see something for an appointment, to be able to schedule an appointment. But you got to keep looking. I don't see why you cannot pay. It says here, you created your U.S. Department of State Visa appointment account. Okay, I see the fee. I need to pay. But there's no link to pay it. Well, maybe because there's no appointments available, they're not making you pay for something that you cannot schedule just yet. That's what I'm thinking. So what I would do is keep checking every day until an appointment pops up. When you see it, then you pay the fee. But there's got to be somewhere where you can pay the consular fee. I don't understand. Ren S, I also was able to get a job that pays a little bit more money so that when I can show my income is enough because I can't get a joint sponsor. I'm with you. Good for you, Ren S. That's good. Let me see. Frank Valdez, I'll check. Yeah, check on it. Ren S also found out my husband can't apply for his driver's license because there's a adjustment of status process we didn't do. When he gets his green card, Ren S, when your husband gets his green card, once he gets his social security number, he can apply for a driver's license in Texas. So Texas won't let you get a driver's license until you get a green card approved. That's like most everywhere around the United States. Florida's included. In Florida, now Karina's got her green card now. She's got her social security number. We just have to set an appointment for her driver's test, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. We're giving her more practice driving in parking lots, on private property. Ren S, another question. I wasn't able to put my husband on my lease yet or change my last name. You change your last name on page 1 of Form 485 when you apply for the green card. Ren S, right here. When you apply for the green card, on page 1 of Form 485, right here, this is where you change. You're going to be your married name, and this is going to be, but it's going to be for your husband. Okay, that's where the paperwork gets changed. But you do it about you. Actually, for you because you're married, because you're a female, it's going to change. You're going to change it on a different page. I stand corrected. That's for him. This is for your husband to fill out. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to look on the Form 485 and look for the information about you. That's where you're going to change your last name. Okay. Have your husband changes. Well, his name's not going to change at all, probably. So he's going to fill out page 1 of the 485. Okay. So I'm correcting myself. He's going to fill out this page. And then you're going to fill out your information, and then you automatically can change your last name to your husband's last name. And don't forget to contact the Social Security Administration and have them send you a new Social Security card, Ren S, with your married name on it. Okay? You got to do that. Go to the Social Security Administration with your marriage certificate and change your last name with the Social Security Administration. Let me see. Yeah. You got it? Ren S, do you understand what I'm saying? One time, when do you think I'll get it? Diego, I think you'll get your K1. I'm thinking October at the latest. Francois, you're cracking me up, Diego, with your humor. Well, look, we try to make this live stream as user-friendly as possible. I'm here to answer your questions on how to process a green card and a K1 visa, etc. Okay? I don't give you any legal advice, but I can give you some humor because it's not easy going through this freaking process. It's a pain. It's a long wait for some people. I'm Francois. Look at that. Man, I just saw that. Francois, man, that's a super sticker. Francois sent a super sticker with a gold trophy. Well, that's what you're going to be drinking champagne out of your gold trophy when you get married, right? Or let's say Mountain Dew, not champagne. Francois, JFK. So you're going to land at John F. Kennedy International Airport, which is in Queens. Okay, it's going to be a little bit cold because it's going to be September, and the climate's going to change a little bit. The weather's going to change a little bit because it's going to be closer to fall. So think about that. Frank Valdez just checked and it got it there on the 9th of this month. Okay, so your K1, your green card application arrived on the 9th of this month in Chicago, and today's the 17th. Give them at least another week or two. Give them at least 2 more weeks, because in July and August they are very busy. Okay, in processing green cards. And K Messenger, thanks for that super chat, and Francois, thank you for that Gold Cup super sticker. Julian ALO, hello Diego, how are you? We're good. I got the boss of my wife to be a joint sponsor of my RFE. We submitted the RFE, but I have one question. He did the tax of 2020, 2021, 2022, and he did the 2023, but for 2023 documents, taxes, he got the extension, and we submitted it together and all the taxes of 2022. Is it fine? Yes. Immigration want to see how much money did you joint sponsor make in 2023. Okay, 2024 hasn't gone yet, but you can include the pay stubs, bank statements, etc. for 2024 from your joint sponsor. If you want to include pay stubs to show how much money he makes, you can do that too. Immigration will accept that because you haven't filed your taxes yet for 2024. Francois, K1 Visa expert, big thanks for everything, Francois, K Messenger, everybody, and we're giving you Mountain Dew salutes. So I'm drinking this Mountain Dew pretty quick today. Ren S, I got it. I thank you very much. Throughout my K1 guidance, your guidance has helped me. You never misguided. No, I helped you get. In fact, if I remember, I was making phone calls to the U.S. Embassy in Ghana for you, and emails. And I was contacting people in Washington, D.C., trying to figure out why the heck Ghana wasn't processing K1 visas. And then all of a sudden, things started happening for you, Renes, and now you're married, and you're doing great, right? And you got a new job, and you're doing fantastic. 77 podcasts. Hey, you all, it's not too late to change your name on the green card application if you didn't change it on the license certificate marriage. Okay, when you get married, on the marriage certificate, it's going to be your new wife's maiden name, not her married name. Karina's marriage certificate has her maiden name on it from before she was married. Okay, the marriage certificate is not going to have her new last name on it. It's going to have her maiden name. Okay, but people know once you get married, you change your last name if you want to. It's not mandatory. So you got the marriage certificate. Even though the last name hasn't changed to your married name, you can still use your married name by virtue of being married. Okay, and your question is, it's not too late to change your name on the green card application. When you fill out the green card application, on page 1, they ask you, what is your current legal name? Well, that's going to be your new last name. Okay? For Karina, it will be Ross. Her given name is Karina, and then her middle name. And then under here, it's her family name before she got married. Oops, sorry, Karina. Right here. That's how you change your name for ladies for a green card application. It's on page 1 of the 485. The immigration form 485. That's how you do it. That's how you change your last name, ladies. On page 1 of the 485 if you're a beneficiary. K Messenger, for your information, my certified public accountant who has done my taxes for decades told me if you are married by the last calendar day of the year, you can claim married for the entire year. That's what I thought. But we couldn't do that. That's correct, actually. That's correct. We couldn't do that because we got married on January 14th of 2024. Okay. So we were not able to claim, we weren't able to file tax returns for 2023 because we were both single in 2023. So we couldn't claim, we couldn't do a joint return. But in 2025, we will. That's correct, K Messenger. You're absolutely right. 77 podcast. Hey, I want to know if the green card application will have a package that goes with it. Yes. There's a big package of stuff that you send for your green card application. Form 485, Form 864, medical exam 693, vaccination recertification, your Form I-94, pictures of your wedding, pictures of your honeymoon, photos from your relationship over the past however long you've been together. But specifically, at least 20 or 30 pictures of your wedding with people, with family, with friends, trips together, your boarding passes. If you like I flew to Colombia, I was in Colombia with Karina and I accompanied her back to the United States through Miami. We included the boarding passes, her boarding passes and my boarding passes from the plane, Avianca Airlines. Then we took everything that you can possibly think of that shows you guys are in a relationship together. She's on the water bill, Karina's on the water bill, the trash bill, all the services. When the bills were coming in, okay, I would print them off the computer. And then I put that in the green card application, what Karina did. Her name's on the trash bill. It says Karina Ross and my name on the trash bill. I printed for 2 months worth, February and March. January and February, I stand corrected. January and February, I printed 2 months worth of bills for the trash. And boom, all that stuff went in the green card application. She's a member of BJ's Wholesale Club. So am I. She's on the bank account. We printed the bank statements, 2 months of bank statements with her name on it as a joint account holder. She's got a credit card, a debit card. We took pictures of them. And we got our credit cards. I got my credit card, put it here. Karina's credit card I got here. We whited out the bank account number. And we showed that we have joint bank accounts. That went in the green card application. You got to prove, in a green card application, you got to prove cohabitation and you're in a real relationship. And that you got married. You got to include the marriage certificate. Don't worry if the marriage certificate doesn't have your new married name on it, ladies. It's irrelevant. What's important is you got married and it's on and you have a marriage certificate that's been signed by the pastor or the imam or whoever, right? Whoever. There's a lot of stuff, 77 podcasts, that goes in a green card application, not just those forms that I mentioned. Do I have a video about the green card application? Yeah, I do. Go into the channel where it says search across the channel and type in adjustment of status. I've made like 3 videos on how to put together a green card package. That's what the channel's all about. I haven't made too many videos this month in August. I haven't made a bunch of videos, just a few videos. I've been primarily doing live streams this month. But I can make some updated videos. Probably in September, I'll make updated videos for you guys. But go into the channel, type in there adjustment of status, and look for the videos and watch them. And you will be able to fill out a green card paperwork for free. Okay? An immigration attorney is going to charge you what? How much? I don't know. $1,000? $3,000? I don't know. But if you watch the videos, it costs you nothing. Get some Mountain Dew, get some popcorn, okay? Go to Walmart and buy a box of peanuts and watch the videos. And then you'll know how to do it for free, no charge. You can't beat it. Let me see. So yeah, K Messenger, you're right about that. Your CPA is correct. Frank Valdez, I filled out the I-485 with her new last name. There you go. When my wife gets her green card with her new last name, how do I go about changing it on her passport? Well, it depends on what, she's what, from the Philippines. You'd have to go to the Philippine embassy in Washington, D.C. If she's from the Philippines, or if you're from Colombia, wherever you're from, if you want to change your last name in your passport, you have to go to the embassy of that country in Washington, or a local consulate office. I think communist China has got so many frigging consulate offices all over the United States. I'm kind of wondering why they do. Why does communist China have so many freaking consulate offices all over America? What's the point of that? That's just a question. I mean, seriously. But you got to go to the embassy. So with Karina, it's a little difficult because she's from Venezuela. We don't have a freaking embassy anymore. We closed it because we don't like Maduro. He's a commie dictator who's a very bad person. Okay, my opinion, and the opinion of millions of people around the world. He's a bad person. So we closed the embassy down. So we're hoping that the Organization of American States and the United States and all these other countries put enough political pressure on that commie dictator and have him leave Venezuela and go retire on a beach somewhere. Okay, so then that way we can reopen the embassies around the world for Venezuela. I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. Maduro has got no friends except Russia and China and Nicaragua and Bolivia. He's got 4 friends in the whole world. Everybody else want him to leave and go retire. And the United States of America, the U.S. government, has put a warrant for his arrest. Okay, there's a warrant for his arrest, and there's a $15 million bounty on his head. Why haven't anybody taken advantage of that? $15 million. Can you imagine a Venezuelan, doing a citizen's arrest on Maduro and turning him over to U.S. authorities at the border with Colombia, and then get paid $15 million? That would be a nice chunk of change to retire on in Venezuela, right? That's a lot of money. There's a warrant for Maduro's arrest, $15 million. Just got to arrest Maduro. 77 podcast, you're welcome. Shanna Napier, it's been a month now. I still haven't received my receipt notice. Don't worry. July and August are the busiest months. Shanna, is it Shanna? They're the busiest. We're in the busiest months right now for immigration processing for green cards. Busy, 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 busy. Just got to be patient. We're sprinkling pixie dust all over your applications, guys. Francois Livingston, does the water bill matter? Not really. What matters is evidence of cohabitation. The new bill is generated on the 10/1/24. Next one will probably be in early 2025. If you get your water bill quarterly, like in Colombia, when I was in Colombia, I didn't get the water bill. I think the water bill was every quarter. If I remember, it's been a while back. So some places you don't get your bill but once a quarter. When I lived in Italy, I was in the military. I lived in Sardinia. My water bill in Sardinia was every 3 months, and my electric bill was every 6 months. Seriously, every 6 months I got my electric bill. But that's how it is. In New York, in upstate New York, your water bill's quarterly. 77 podcast. You suggest to get the work permit? No, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Francois, Diego, Hamid has to go back and get the second dose for hepatitis, but not till September 10th. His medical exam is before that. That's okay. Do you think that would cause an issue for him? No, it's not going to be a problem, Francois, because what matters is the green card application. You don't have to have all the vaccinations for the K1 visa interview, but you got to have them for the green card application. So Hamid is going to be perfectly fine to get his second dose of hepatitis on September 10th. As long as, make sure he gets his vaccination documents updated. Very important. His vaccinations are updated. Okay. And then redo his medical exam in New York. When he gets to America, get married, redo the medical exam, and recertify his vaccinations. Find a doctor in upstate New York who is authorized by the State Department to give green card medical exams. Go to that doctor, pay him or her, repeat the medical exam. The doctor will fill out a 693, recertify his vaccinations with the new hepatitis B second dose, and you're good to go. But don't forget, you got to get a booster shot for COVID also. Now, I'm not a doctor. If I was a doctor, okay, I would probably be driving around in a Lamborghini, but I'm not. I'm not a doctor. But it's not medical advice. But I know the information. I know what the facts are regarding vaccinations. Okay, you got to have them for the green card, not for the K1. 77 podcast. Don't waste your money on the work permit. Seriously, you'll get your work permit, then a month or so after, you'll get your green card. Just go for the green card. Use that $260 or whatever it is for the work permit, and use it. How much is the work permit? 265. I can't remember exactly how much it is. Use that money for something else. Mapindano K Awake. Hello, Diego and Karina. If you made enough money 3 years ago, as shown on your tax returns, but you don't have in your bank account this year, you don't have enough money. Should this visa officer deny your fiance a visa? K Awake. The immigration officer doesn't care how much money you got in your bank. They care about how much money did you make per year. Okay? As long as you're making way above the minimum income requirements as defined by the federal government, which is produced by the Center for Disease Control, the CDC, imagine that. Okay? As long as you made enough money in 2023, and if you have evidence of your income for 2024 from pay stubs, bank statements, a letter from the boss, how much money you went, you're good. If you don't have any money in your bank account, that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't affect your K1 visa. What they care about is how much money do you bring in every month. And they look at a year. They want to see how much you made in a year. And they sometimes they go back 3 years. They do for the green card application. They're going to want to know how much money you made in the past 3 years for the green card application. Francois, I have decided to go with DHL. Good move. UPS and FedEx are as much as a flight ticket. Hammond will get the package in 4 days. Francois, DHL is who USCIS use. The Department of State uses DHL as a contractor. The Department of State contracts with DHL to transfer K1 visas all around the world from the National Visa Center. Francois, water bill is sent out every 3 months. I told him he will need to redo his medical exam, and he goes again. There you go. LOL. That's right. Repeat the freaking medical exam. Okay? Just do it. Karina landed in America. First thing I did was call the doctor up in Pensacola. I said, hey, are you a civil surgeon that approves medical exams for green cards? Yes, I am. Are you approved by the State Department? Yes, I am. Okay. I scheduled the medical exam. I emailed over Karina's vaccination records to the doctors. They looked at it. They said all of her vaccinations are up to date. Come to the medical exam. We drove to Pensacola. We did the medical exam. The doctor's secretary, administrative assistant, redid the 693. The doctor signed it. He certified her vaccinations. They put it in an envelope, sealed it, and taped it, and said for USCIS eyes only. That went in a document protector in her green card application. Repeat the freaking medical exam. If it costs money, it costs money. This process is not cheap, but it's an investment in your family. K Awake, thank you for the clarification. No, you're good. K Messenger, have to shove off for now. Okay, K Messenger, thanks for that super sticker. Karina and Diego, enjoy your weekend. Disfrute de fin de semana. And Karina said, you also. Thank you, Karina, for inspiring Diego to start this valuable channel. It's Karina's idea. God bless you both. And same to you. For folks who have never seen it, if it's your first time on the channel, well, I was in Villa de Leyva in central Colombia with Karina. She said, we were looking around for somewhere to eat. We're in this big square, very historical for Colombian history. And I said, hey, I want to get some pizza. And Karina said, well, they got a pizza on the corner of it. And we were walking to go get some pizza. She said, why don't you put a YouTube channel together to help people with immigration? So you got something to do. Because I put a YouTube channel together about cooking. I made about, I don't know, 10 videos. Then I made a YouTube channel. Then I was making videos in Colombia about Colombia. We went to the tallest waterfall in Colombia. I made a video about that. I made videos in Villa de Leyva. We went to the Casa de Nariño and all this history. So then I changed the video content to immigration, because Karina said, well, help people. And here we are. This is where we're at. Have a good weekend, K Messenger. Andre Smith, my fiance goes for the interview on Tuesday. Wish us luck and thanks for your help. All your help. Andre, here's a Mountain Dew salute for the visa interview. Okay, which is on Tuesday. Here is Pixie Dust for success. And you know what's going to happen now, right? I've given you a Mountain Dew salute and I've given you Pixie Dust. You're going to get an approved K1 visa. What are the requirements? What are the qualifications? Destiny's Room on the lake. Come on, Destiny's Room. What are the requirements for a K1 visa? What are the requirements? Minimal. What's the requirements? Number one, sponsor. You got to be a U.S. citizen. The sponsor's got to be a U.S. citizen. Number two, you got to meet certain income requirements, right? Number three, you got to be legally free and able to marry each other. Divorced, widowed, single, annulments, whatever. You got to be legally free and able to marry each other. Number four, you got to meet each other at least once within 2 years before you mail off your K1 visa package. So let's suppose you met somebody and you went to meet them in Australia. And Australia is a long way away from the United States, right? So you went, and then 2 years went by, and you filed for the K1 visa. Your visa is going to get denied because you have filed for the K1 visa after 24 months had already passed. So you no longer qualify. You got to file within those 24 months. So let's suppose you went to Australia and filed your K1 and then filed your K1 visa 2 months after you got back from Australia. Then you're good. Then you qualify. So the secret to a successful K1 visa is be in a real relationship and qualify for the freaking benefit. Don't be sending in a K1 visa package if you've only met each other once for like 5 days. Let's suppose you met somebody from, from Peru, and you fly to Peru for 5 days and you hang out, and then you come back and you file the K1 visa. You've known each other for 3 months. You've met each other once for 5 days. Your K1 visa is not going to get approved. Immigration is going to say you don't have enough evidence of a relationship. So what's the secret? Be in a real relationship. I made 5 trips to Colombia, and I lived in Colombia for 2.5 years. Colombia is kind of like my second home from home. We were watching Venezuelans in Plaza de Bolivar right today, protesting the commie de Maduro in Bogota, Colombia. I said, hey, remember that church? Hey, there's the stand where we bought the street food from. If you want to get a K1 visa, be in a real relationship, date each other for at least a year, 9 months to a year, make at least 2 trips and have a lot of time together. Okay? Knowing somebody for 3 months, meeting them once for a couple of days ain't going to cut it. But people do. They submit the K1 visas and they get denied all the time. Let me see here. Destiny's Room, you're not late. Okay, awake. Congratulations, Andre. I wish you all the best of luck. Destiny's Room, I wish USCIS would put the income requirement right on their website in the K1 information area. Watch this channel, Destiny's Room, and I'll keep you straight. on income. Okay? This is the place to be if you want to know how much money you got to make to qualify for a K-1 visa. The U.S. government doesn't keep up to date on a lot of its websites. Francois, don't forget one has to have lots of patience. That's correct. Most importantly, be loving and committed to each other. That's right. That's number one. Okay? Destiny's Room, I'm sorry to complain. I'm having a hard time today with my K-1 visa process. Destiny's Room, listen, we're here for you. Okay? We're here for you. Karina is here for you. Karina understands. We were separated, what, was it 10 months? Did I say Mason? We were separated for 10 months. And I told my boss, I said, look, I'm flying back to Colombia. And he said, okay, how long are you going for? I said, I don't know, maybe a year. And his eyes were like plates. He went, huh? I said, yeah, I'll be back in a year. He's like, okay. He thought I was joking. Then we were separate. So I lived in Colombia for 11 months with Karina. We rented an apartment in Bogota. So we know Bogota. We went to pretty much every freaking restaurant in Bogota. And our favorite is Viva la Pizza in central Bogota, and Nene's Pizza in South Bogota. Nene's Pizza, baby beef. Oh man, that's rico. That comida is muy rico. So Destiny's Room, we're here for you. We know this process is difficult. We know it's intensive, it's time consuming, it's expensive, and it's stressful. We know that. Karina knows it. She's been through it. But you're going to get through it. You're going to get through it. Ask Reness. She couldn't get a freaking visa interview at the embassy in Ghana for like 5 or 6 months. Look at Francois Livingston, like she is. 2.5 years separated. And the relationship is as strong as ever. That's right. And in Francois, next month, you're going to be in Abu Dhabi. You're going to go eat some great food, okay, from the United Arab Emirates. They got great food over there. And then come back to the United States and get married, and then I will help you with the green card. We're going to get you through it, guys. The Deal. I like that name, The Deal. The Deal. That's like wasn't that a TV show on years ago? Oh, Let's Make a Deal. I can't remember. Do I need to update my documents? The Deal. What documents are we talking about? Where are you in the process? Did you file for a K-1 visa? Did you get an NOA-1 letter? Did you get an NOA-2 letter? Where are you at in the process? You're asking me, do I need to update my documents? I don't know where you are in the process. Where are you at? Joe Adams, my girl arrives at 8 p.m. in Seattle. Will that time probably be okay for Customs to interview her? Yes. Customs doesn't close. Okay? Border Patrol doesn't close. You're good. Francois, Destiny's Room, hang in there. Don't give up. That's right. Things will get better. That's right. Francois says she's been there. I've had 2 RFEs. That's right. Francois went through a lot of stress to get to this point. You had 2 RFEs, and Diego and Karina pulled us through. We pulled you through. Because why? Because I know how to do this. Lots of people make stupid mistakes. I'm not saying that Francois made stupid mistakes, but people make mistakes, okay? And then their paperwork gets delayed, denied, RFE'd, or whatever. So we're trying to prevent that for you guys. We're trying to help you get through this process as quickly and as stress-free as possible. The Deal. Do I need to update my I-134 application to the interview? It depends. What's the edition date of the I-134? When did you fill out the I-134? 6 months ago? 3 months ago? What's the edition date? Number 1. Number 2, have you changed jobs? If you got a new job and you're making more money, you can update the I-134, which is the declaration of financial support for the K-1 visa interview, for the K-1 visa. Okay? That's what the I-134 is. If you've changed jobs and you're getting close to a K-1 visa interview, update your I-134. sign it and date it, and you got to get the original to your beneficiary in whatever country that may be. Destiny's Room. The problem is that it would really help me with things. I'm struggling a lot as a younger person, younger woman who is alone. Senora is muy joven y solo. So just the prospect of struggling even more scares me so much. Senora is miedo. So Karina says, no, relax, relax, no problem. You're good, Destiny's Room. You're good. We'll help you. Karina's here for you. Joe Adams, do I have to notify or register where she is arriving in the USA? She has her visa packet. No. Joe Adams. Mountain Dew salute, by the way, for getting her visa packet. Here's what you do with the K1 visa in your passport. You buy a freaking plane ticket to America. That's what you do. Anywhere in America. Where do you want to fly to? Anywhere. Miami, New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Houston, Dallas. Where do you want to fly her to? Because wherever she lands in America, that's where the Border Patrol is going to interview her and give her a 994. And then when you fill out the adjustment of status paperwork, they're going to ask you, I think it's on page 2, where did you arrive in the United States? That's when you tell immigration where you landed in America when you adjust the status. Let me see if I can find it. It's on page 2, question 23A. Okay, so let me square you guys away. So page 2, question 23A. You land in America. I don't care what country, what city you land in. Immigration don't care either. But you got to do it face-to-face with the Border Patrol, Customs and Border Patrol. Question on page 2 of the 485, question 23A, they ask you, they ask you right here, place of last arrival in the United States. Well, for Karina, it was Miami. We could have flown to Atlanta, Georgia, and then took a connecting flight to Pensacola, but I said, no way, I'm flying Delta Airlines through Atlanta. The immigration line would be forever. They wouldn't let us bring our cat. Delta Airlines, American Airlines, they wouldn't let our cat fly with them. So I said, screw you. So we flew Avianca from Bogota to Miami. Avianca was happy. And do you know how much it cost to fly to our cat from Bogota to Miami? $0. It was carry-on. But we had to approve vaccinations for the cat, and we had to prove a medical exam. Okay? So, don't worry about updating any documents. You don't have to register anything. You don't have to Joel Adams, you don't have to notify immigration. You don't have to register anything. All you got to do is buy a plane ticket and fly to America, wherever that city is. Immigration couldn't care less. It's probably a good idea to fly to a city close to where you live. Destiny's Room, but it's fine. I will just stay here and listen for now. Thank you, Diego and Karina. Destiny's Room, you just relax and listen to the channel. Relax, okay? Everything's going to be good. We got pixie dust for you. Everything's good, okay? Destiny's Room, everything's going to be fine. Just relax. Francois, I made mistakes, Diego, because I was in a hurry. That's okay. People are always in a hurry to get this freaking visa done. But there's no such thing as a rapid visa. I guess is a good pun, right? It doesn't exist. If you get in a hurry, you're going to mess up. If you get in a hurry to fill out the K1 visa package and you don't pay attention to details, you're going to mess up. It's going to cost you time and money. If you get in a hurry when you fill out the green card application and you don't submit enough evidence for the green card application, you're going to get delays. You're going to be re-interviewed. You could get denied. You cannot rush this. So Francois says, you learn to be patient in the process. I'll never forget your advice. That's exactly right, Francois. You said to keep busy. That's correct. And that's exactly what I have done, kept busy. And guess what, Francois? Keeping busy, hanging out with us on the channel, staying busy. Guess what? The time went by quick. And if you keep following that code, soon it will be September 18th, and everything's going to be all over with, and you're going to be flying to the United States with Howard. You're going to hold his hand on the plane, right? Keep him calm. Joel Adams, thank you. 6-year relationship, finally going to happen. Arriving in Seattle, Washington. Now remember, Joel, when she arrives in Seattle, it's going to probably be what? It's going to be raining. I remember I went to Seattle back in 2000, I think it was, and it was rain. It rained every single freaking day. I was in England on vacation for a month in 1996. It rained every single freaking day. I'm like, man, am I in Seattle or am I in England? Okay. I know it rains a lot in Seattle. You got Mount Rainier, and that's what probably causes the rainfall, is because of the mountains. But what I would do is make sure she got an umbrella. Okay. Norman Williams, I had my I-129F approved. Now it's at case ready. It's in ready status, but I haven't received my welcome letter yet. What should I do at this point? Send an email to the National Visa Center and ask them for the welcome letter. But what I'm thinking is, what country? Are there any other documents I need to submit before the interview? You're going to have to get your beneficiary a form I-134 filled out, the Declaration of Financial Support. You got to get your tax returns, your tax transcripts, bank statements, pictures of your relationship, a blown up copy of your passport biographic page to prove you're a U.S. citizen. You got to get all those documents together for the visa interview. You haven't received your welcome letter yet. You didn't say what country. Ghana. Okay, Ghana's behind the 8 ball right now. It's like 3 to 5 months to get a visa interview in Ghana right now. So Norman Williams, if you got your case ready status and you haven't received your welcome letter yet, it's because the embassy in Ghana is kind of busy. What should I do? Email the embassy in Ghana and check in with them. Send them an email. Momo Cole, Diego, thanks so much for your support. Momo Cole, we're here for you. Because of you, I successfully got my K1 visa in Monrovia, Liberia. There you go. And now I'm in the United States. Mountain Dew salute to Momo Cole in Minnesota. The land of 10,000 lakes, right? And you got married to your beautiful wife yesterday. Well, I don't have any rice to throw on the wedding, so I'm going to throw pixie dust all over you. Okay? Congratulations, Momo Cole, and I'm glad we helped you get to the United States of America. You listen to the channel, you learn how to do it, right? And now here you are in Minnesota. But it gets cold in Minnesota. Now, our friend Pete B, his wife is from the Philippines. He was on the channel a long time ago. For at least a year, I think, 9 months, he was on the channel all the time. He is from Minnesota. And his wife's from the Philippines, which is a hot country, the tropics. So I told Pete B, man, I said, your wife's from the Philippines. Dude, you're in Minnesota. You better get ready for some cold freaking weather. That's why I live in Florida. Because Minnesota's cold. So here's the thing. And, welcome, Mama Cole. Welcome to America from Monrovia. Now, Liberia is in Africa, right? But be ready for a cold winter. The deal, again, my kid just born 3 months ago. I can bring her on the plane and come to the United States. The deal, you can bring your child to the United States, yes, as long as the child is a U.S. citizen and was registered with the U.S. Embassy as a U.S. citizen, okay? Then your child will not need a K2 visa. I need more information. The deal, listen to me. If your child was born 3 months ago in a foreign country, your child is a U.S. citizen, you got to register the birth with the embassy, okay, in whatever country it is that you're in. And then once you register the birth, you can get the child a passport, a U.S. passport, and you don't need a K2 visa, Okay? Can she come on the plane with you? Absolutely. But the child has got to have a passport. You won't get a U.S. passport unless you register the birth at the U.S. Embassy. Okay? You got to do that. Joel Adams, probably not summertime. It's freaking hot. Okay. Francois, when I made the appointment for the interview, I had to decide on a courier service. Is that for when he gets his stamped passport back? It's not stamped, Francois. It's biometrically sealed. The K1 visa is a biometric sealed document that's created by a company called Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin created the technology for the green cards and for the work permits and for the biometrics process. It's highly technical. It's not stamped, okay? It's very technical. But that's correct, Francois. That's when he gets his passport back. That's correct. Norman Williams, okay, thank you. You're welcome. Joe Adams, I tried applying for I-94 website, won't allow you if arriving by plane. Turns out only if arriving by ferry. That's not correct. When you arrive in America by airplane, you land in an airport, the Border Patrol is going to create an I-94 form for you in the computer or on a piece of paper, which is stapled in your passport, plus in the computer. So you said you're applying for an I-94. The website won't allow you if arriving by plane. That's not true. Turns out only if arriving by ferry. My Asian friend told me I need to buy her clothes because Asian clothes don't last in dryer. She's coming from the Philippines. Okay. When your beneficiary lands in America from the Philippines, that's when she's going to get the I-94 created. When she lands at the airport from the Philippines, she cannot leave the Philippines without a CFO. So she's going to have to go to a 4-hour class, either in Manila or in Cebu. The Philippine government will not let her leave the Philippines without going through this class. I think it's called a CFO. I've made a video about it. So the process is this, okay? Your Filipina fiance gets her K1 visa in her passport. She flies to America, lands in America. The Border Patrol will talk to her and then create an I-94 form for her. The I-94 form will be in a computer, which you can go to in the Border Patrol website. She did the CFO in Davao. Oh, Davao, okay, she's good to go. Because you can't get the CFO without the K1 visa. Okay? So she has her K1 visa. She did the CFO in Davao. I thought it was Cebu. Davao is another office there, apparently. She's good to go. All she's got to do is get on a freaking plane and fly to the United States. Why not go fly to the Philippines and bring her home? Accompany her. You cannot get the I-94 until she lands in America. It will not exist. It will be no record found. Okay? All right, guys. I've been talking for an hour and 12 minutes. Pixie dust for everybody. Francois gets the last word. Diego, can you clarify the courier inquiry? So will Hamid's passport be delivered or be picked up at the embassy? I'm confused. It will be delivered to wherever it is you said you wanted his passport delivered to. When I scheduled Karina's visa interview in Bogota, Colombia, the scary visa interview, they asked me, where do I want the passport delivered to? They asked me for an address. They gave me a choice of 2 places, Medellin, Colombia, or Bogota, Colombia. I think it was on Gold Street in Colombia, Bogota. Where is it at? It was in Calle 26, it was in Street 26, number 92. Connect to Gold 4 in Bogota. That's the address. So I clicked on it, and that's where Karina's K1 visa package was delivered to by courier from the U.S. Embassy in Bogota to this location. And then we picked it up. So whatever address, Francois, whatever address you put, when you scheduled his visa interview, they asked you, where do you want him to pick up his visa? Whatever that address is where it's going to be delivered to. Joel Adams, my work won't allow you to what? She speaks English, should be okay. She'll be okay. And good night, Destiny's Room. Good night, relax, Lee. Hi, Diego and Karina. What's going on, Lee? I'm fixing to log off, guys. I'm hungry. Can't go hungry. Joel Adams, the yellow packet is sealed. Corner does have corner open. Where can she get her picture? It's okay. She's fine. You're good to go, Joel Adams, and we will see you at the next live stream, which is on Wednesday at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Lee, I contacted my senator a couple of weeks back, and now I received my K1 FTP this Tuesday. Lee Kirkula, Mountain Dew salute. You listened to my advice, you followed my directions, and now you've got your K1 FTP letter. And with that said, we'll see you guys on Wednesday.